Hey gorgeous star signs, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to this round of spirit message readings for December. We are finally, we're finally in December. We're in Sag season, or Sagittarius season, made it through Scorpio season. I hope you guys survived. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as you could. We're almost out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the post shadow, but pretty much we're on our way out. This is the season where Sag energy helps us to learn from all these spiritual messages and all these things that Scorpio season tried to dig out of us and pull up from the depths. Now we get to translate that from subconscious to conscious knowing and awareness. So things are going to get smoother, lighter. We'll be out of retrograde. So ready for holidays. So ready for Sag energy to take over. I am stoked. Love, love, love it. This round of readings is really going to look at this transition as we move into Sag, how we're learning from everything we've just gone through with the retrograde, with Scorpio season, and just how we're starting to put all the pieces together and have all the pieces fall into place. So I'm going to be super excited. I'm super stoked. I've done a couple of the readings already. They've all been great, so I'm excited to hear from you and see how yours went. If you liked the video, please like, share. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 1,000. I can't believe it. Literally, we've been together for a little over a year now, I think. So just to be close to 1,000, blows my mind. So grateful to all of you. I love you guys. Without further ado, let's get into your reading. And again, sound off in the comments how this reading went. So far, they've kind of been amazing. So I'm kind of stoked to hear from you guys. So again, take care. Let's get to your reading. Hey Libra! Welcome to your December Spirit Message reading. This is TC, your guiding chariot. If I can pick up these cards, there we go. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First off, congratulations Libra. You survived Scorpio season, you survived a Mercury retrograde, a long one, and an intense one at that. Woo. I hope you guys survived it in one piece. I know you did. I'm glad I did. Barely. But we're here. Now let's see what happens in Sag season. Alright. Going to be much lighter, not only because of the holiday, but Sag energy is just so much lighter than Scorpio. It's the answer to Scorpio. So where we went through all this intensity, now we get a little more fun, we get a little lightness. So we can process and understand why we had to go through all of that craziness. Alright. Hey! So Libra, you got the Chariot card. This is the card for Cancer. Some might be dealing with a Cancer, has to do with Cancer. Chariot card in general is just a card of success, protection. For some reason, and it's funny, I was talking to, I think this was the Virgo video? I want to say this was the Virgo video. They also got the Chariot, not in this deck, but in one of the other ones. And it was this idea of safety and protection. I almost want to say more so because this is a card that's associated with Cancer, more so than it, being the Chariot. I almost want to say there's this question of home. Like, where is home? What feels like home? Because again, the Chariot card, although it's swift movement and success and progression, the idea of you as the rider in a chariot, you're in a safe place. You're in a protected environment. And I almost wonder if we're seeking for something like that, Libra. It's kind of what's hitting me. If we're seeking it, or if we're just wondering, are we in it? What does it look like? How should it feel? Is this it? Like, I'm in a house, so is this home? Question mark. Why did I say that? Like, home? Like, oh, I don't know what's going on with my voice right now. Whoa. Okay. That was explosive. All right. I'm gonna say this wrong. Blue chalcedony? I don't know. It's pretty. Looks kind of spacey, like it's floating in a nebula somewhere. Love it. All right. So blue chalcedony, you can take this as a power stone. Great, it's card 11, so great number. Just as angel numbers go. But the stone, so you could carry this stone around with you if you feel like it, if you have it, if you're into crystals. But the meaning behind this stone and the meaning behind this card has to do with slowing down and kind of taking it easy. And for Libras, a lot of that has to do with serenity and restoring balance. You guys are the scale. So I almost want to say you probably feel a little out of balance, which again brings up this idea of like, what does this safe place feel like? Is this it? Is this how it's supposed to feel? And I should just be like, this is how we do things. But what's really going on? But again, it's just because things are a little out of balance. And it's funny, I called it how it looks like this stone is just kind of floating around in space like a meteor. That may even be how you feel. You may feel like you're just floating out in space. Like, okay, well, I don't know, I'm here, so I don't know what to do about it, so I guess I'll just float here and do whatever it is to do. Like, such a weird feeling. It's just such a weird feeling. All right. Oh, that took no time. Okay, these cards just feel too, for some reason they feel real significant. I want to talk about them right now. Okay, so we got some reversals, my friends. Let's move these over so we have as much space as we have. So, Emperor card, an Emperor in reverse. So not very comfortable. Emperor upright is about control. I mean, kind of either way it's control, but upright, you have the control. You're being just, you're being fair, you're running your kingdom, you're making choices, you're being accountable. In reverse, this Emperor, one can be greedy, but can also be being manipulated. He can be being ruled by something else, whether he's a puppet on a string or he's being driven by, anxiety and fear and greed and things like that versus, trusting in his people, believing in his people, doing the best for his people and his kingdom. This can be a little more fear-based dictatorship versus, a fair and gentle ruler. You also have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is your natural energy, right? Swords, air, logic, analytical minds. But in reverse, again, we're feeling scattered, not communicating, or not processing, right? There isn't much clarity. We feel cloudy, we feel hazy. Instead of following the sword and as an arrow and following the direction, we don't know where to go. We don't know what's happening. And then you have the Eight of Cups. This is, I want to say, even though we have this major arcana, the Emperor, the card that hits me the most is this Eight of Cups. Because this Eight of Cups kind of speaks to, like, it's like you're hemming and hawing over what should be done. Like, instead of, like, I need to do something. I need to do, actually not even that. Instead of I need to do this, I need to change this. Something isn't working, how do I fix it? You're like, I mean, but I could, but I don't have to. I mean, like, it's this, even in the card, like, you kind of see, she's just kind of sitting with all these empty cups, like, oh, I could fill it. I don't know, I could do it. But I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it there. Like, it's, whatever, just, like, it's just, it's a weird energy, especially for you guys, Libra, especially for you. But I would almost say, look at what's causing this action, right? Because I talked about this Emperor card. Beautiful. So I talked about this Emperor card, being ruled by something else, whether it's another person being manipulated, or there's these darker emotions and you're working out of fear. Okay, we got some good stuff coming up. All right. So interesting. Oh, I'm gonna get an earful about this video, I can just tell. So, a little bit about me. So, you've heard me talk about especially if you've been watching my videos for a while, you've heard me talk about my roommate, the Libra. So I'm just chuckling to myself because I know I'm going to hear about this when he sees this, once this goes live. So you have the Two of Cups, so you have this great soul connection, you have this soulmate card popping up. You know, so this is someone who you feel this really strong bond to, whether this is a friendship, whether this is family, whether this is romantic. There is this connection here. And I almost want to say it's being reinforced that it could possibly be this Cancer, because right after that you have the Knight of Cups. Not that this is a Cancer card, but it's Cups. It's another water card, right? But this could be someone who's coming in with this offer, this emotional advice. This suit is very intuitive, so they could be offering some guidance, right? You can kind of see here, here's the Knight offering you his cup, right? There's something in there for you. Whatever it is, whether this is a Cancer or just another person in your life, they are coming through to help you. Listen to this person, because right after that you have this Eight of Swords, but you got it in reverse. So instead of feeling bound and stuck in the upright position, you're starting to see through the illusion. You're starting to see, oh, I'm not really stuck. I might be a little tangled, but I can totally get out of this. Like, this is just a weird wrap. Like, I can just spin in the other direction and I'm out. You know, so there is a way out. There is a way to move forward. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're not moving, baby, it's because you're being hung on a string. You're being tied up, but you're not trapped. You can go anytime you want. You just need to see the way out. And whatever, you know, we're going to take that. Whatever guidance you need, whatever the missing piece is, I think is going to be communicated to you by this friend of yours. Oh, okay, we got a whole army of things that came out. All right, so. Oh, I'm totally going to hear this. I'm totally going to hear about this. So then you've got the Lovers card. Could be Gemini, but again, I think it's speaking to this soul connection, because honestly, to me, the Two of Cups is like the mundane version of a universal energy depicted in the Lovers card. Because again, just because this is a soulmate card, doesn't make it necessarily romantic. A lot of times it is, but it doesn't have to be. Depends on your feelings. You know, take it how it resonates. But then, so again, emphasizing this soul connection. Then you have the Three of Swords in reverse. Yay, we're healing from some pain and some fear, right? Instead of crying about it and feeling hurt by it, I'm not saying it's going to be super comfortable, but it's something we're now processing. I told you, my tongue, I don't know what I'm saying. But it's something we are healing and moving on from. Again, we talked a lot about that here with the Emperor. So by the end of the month, we start lightening up. We start figuring out the why and loosening that. Oh, and this is why. Tower moment coming at you, Libra. Don't fret this Tower moment. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Might be a little rough, especially because we're talking about, it looks like it's going to be a lot of emotions because we've got a lot of cups here. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I'm pointing at the swords. But we've got a lot of cups here. 2 swords. 3, no, we got 3 swords, 3 swords, 3 cups. So funny. Let's talk about Cancer. You got 3 cups here. The Libra, 3 swords. Those are your suits. Those are your elements. Interesting to you. I don't want to limit it only to Cancer. It doesn't have to be a Cancer. But you guys, being an air sign, probably going to be getting a lot of emotional support from another water sign. Just saying, could be a thing. But towards the end of the month, I think you get to face some heavy stuff and really break through. You might break down before you break through, but you break through. You know, we're going to go through the bottom of the deck for a little bit, because this 9, I want to make sure I address this 9 of Swords. This is fear, anxiety, worry, stress. But again, this is all in your mind. Like I told you, here, you're not truly trapped. You may feel stuck, but we can get you up and out, right? It just takes a new perspective. Look at things a different way. This is you fretting over it. Fretting? What is happening to my speech? But this is you, just kind of being wound in a knot for it, being anxious, being worrisome. Queen of Swords, another beautiful energy that is pretty natural to you if you guys tap into it. But this is all about discernment. What makes you feel like this? What's freaking you out? How can we cut this out? If it doesn't feel good, cut it off. If it's not serving you, if it's not getting you closer, if it's not moving you forward, cut it out. Okay, then you have the 9 of Wands taking this real defensive stance. protecting yourself, blocking things off. So this, I don't necessarily think you're in danger. I also don't think you're blocking yourself, so to speak. But this energy, you can even see they've, in this card, or at least in this deck, they've depicted this like dragon monster behind you, right? And you're like holding your ground. You're like, no, you're not breaking through. You're not busting this down, right? Honestly, that could be you trying to stand up against this tower moment is what I'm kind of feeling. I feel like this is kind of you like, no, I'm not going to do it. Meh, no, I'm not. Because remember, we're trying to bring in this Queen of Swords energy, this discernment that's willing to cut it out. And you're like, no, I'm gonna be stubborn and meh. Honestly, this tower is going to break that down. It just is. This little Nine of Wands isn't going to stop the tower. Like, that's not how that works. And then you have the star underneath it, which honestly, the star is the card that comes literally right after the tower. This is the hope, the guiding light that moves you past the darkness. So have hope, have faith, trust that this is all going to be good for you. And then you end up with the Magician. Look at that. Having the power, controlling all the elements, making things bend to your will, having things going your way to your plan. But again, something must be surrendered for that power. And it'll be worth it, because what you're holding on to is stressing you the fuck out. So why hold on to that when you could have control, right? Not full control, but control. So something, definitely some food for thought, my lovely, lovely Libras. Good. You have a cut. So you had the Nine of Wands. You also have this Eight of Cups, which is about not letting go and kind of hemming and hawing over things. So I feel like you're being a little stuck. You're choosing to be a little stubborn and not see things differently. And you know, why can't the entire world look things my way? Why can't this person think the way I do? Why don't you agree with me? Maybe because you need to agree with them. Like, you know, whatever's going on. Because however, I almost want to say, especially with these first three cards, whatever's going on here, again, with this Emperor, whatever's calling the shots, you know, influence your decisions, it's not true. It's not what should be guiding you, which is where you're getting stuck, you know. And I think this is I think this is something hard for you to face or deal with, whether you don't want to or you don't know how, or you just, you're not aware of it, whatever it is. But I feel like it's something that's been around for a while, which again is why you're kind of like, like hemming and hawing. Like, do I really want to change all of this? Trust me, yes you do, because whatever's going on here is steering you wrong. It may feel like you're growing or gaining, but it's steering you wrong. It might move you forward a foot, but you know, the Chariot's trying to take you to the end of the race. Okay. Bring up 2 more Oracle cards for you, and then we will tie it all up. That was a junk one. Let's do one more shuffle. That was a junk one too. Look, you got everyone all jumbled up. Man. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Alright, blessing card for Libra. Nice, easy one. Hey! So funny, look what you got. Blessing for a homecoming. We were talking about home up here with the Chariot card. So to me, this is about coming home. And not physically coming home, because you're like, sir, I'm in my house right now. What you talking about? But homecoming in a sense where you're returning to this place that feels safe, feels comfortable, feels familiar, feels inviting, accepting. You know, however, whatever adjective you want to apply to home, you know, make it your own. But again, it's coming back to that safe place where it doesn't feel manipulated, doesn't feel crazy. It could even be just returning to a time when your mind was at ease, when things made sense, or things were just in the flow, like it just felt easier. Very nice. And you got another double. Look at that. You have 11 over here with the blue Chalcedony, and you have 44 here with the blessing on a homecoming. Okay. You know what? This one's sticking out too. We're gonna take both of them. Why not? You get an extra one, Libra. So, speaking of which, 11, 44, here's 55, the one that fell out, adventure. To me, I think this adventure, for some of you, yes, maybe it is, taking a physical adventure and going somewhere, getting away, finding a new place. Again, we talked about finding home. Maybe it's time to check something out, I don't know. Or just maybe you have to go visit home. You know, maybe, you know, if you've moved out, you're living on your own probably. Maybe it's time to go back. This is the time, right? So, adventure where you will. To me, adventure is just questing, doing something new. You know, you have a mission and you go on your adventure, right? I want to go find home. I want to go find myself. I want to go, you know, whatever. Fill in the blank. But then go. Get out. Go do it. Just go do it. What made me giggle, this is the one that was like in the deck but sticking out. Teaching and learning. So again, this idea that you're going to be getting some wisdom, some advice, some guidance from this other person. Again, this is a moment of, and it honestly, since it's teaching and learning, it could be reciprocal. You could be doing the same for this other person, right? You honestly could even be teaching without even knowing it. And it may not be to this person. This person may be teaching you something, you know, and you're learning, but at the same time, you know, one could be teaching the other one and you know, also learning. So they could be receiving things from you as you're receiving things from them. You know, so it could go both ways. Just saying. You know, all about that flow, right? But, you know, what I also want to say, you may take this adventure, another person, so even a third person could just learn through your actions. Like, you don't even know you're doing something, but you're inspiring someone else just by, you know, them seeing like, wow, he did that. Oh, she can do it. I can do it too. You know, it's that type of thing. I'm throwing out options because, again, this is super general, so you're going to have to apply it, you know, to your life and how, you know, how things are situated. But just be aware. I feel like this could impact more than just you. Now, it's going to start with you, for sure. But, you know, it doesn't mean it has to end there. Just food for thought. Right? All right, my lovely Libra, I'm going to wrap it up there. Whew, there was a lot. I feel like that reading was kind of a lot. I hope you guys got it. You may have to rewatch it a couple times because I feel like it was like, it felt a lot. I hope I organized it well for you. Let me know if I did in the comments, and if not, sorry about it. There it is. Hi. But yeah, that was a lot. I'm gonna need to stretch after this. Anyway, thank you, Libra. Oh my God, if you saw that weird little neck thing I just did. All right. Anyway, sending you guys out. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for all the likes, the shares. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all your words and reaching out to me. You guys are the bomb. I just want to say, so the love readings will be out before Christmas. But if I don't make it, I just want to make sure I say Merry Christmas. You know, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, however you're celebrating this season, enjoy it, live it up, have your best December ever. And, you know, thank you, as always, I'm so grateful for you, and just enjoy. And, I mean, let it go, for a little Frozen reference. Whatever it is, let it go. You can do better. Whatever's going on here, I know you can do better than this, whatever it is. All right, my lovelies, take care. And I will see you in your next video, Libra. Bye.